Hello, who's your fans, who's your haters, and everyone in between. This is the Crimson Coliseum podcast, and it's week 3 here in the Big Ten. I've got Greg back with me, and we're going to be talking IU versus UCLA. Right now, Indiana's a 3.5 point favorite, and over under is about 46, 47 and a half points. And I just need to say this first. How are we so popular with ESPN analytics? Like, we're like the FPI, their FPI has us as 26th in the country and a 13% chance to make the playoff. Like, what are, like, I get it. We had a dominant win against Western Illinois, and that artificially boosted our stuff. That's probably why, but there's so many people that like the Hoosiers right now, and I am concerned. I don't
Yeah,
want hype. I don't want the
it,
hype.
it's concerning having this much attention when this is like the first real game.
Yes, this is
Um,
the Yeah, I had this circled. I think everyone had this circled as the game, first road game and first Big Ten game for the SIG for the SIG Nation in the beginning of the SIG.
Signity era, yeah.
Yeah.
This isn't
Um,
this isn't my like very important game because UCLA is kind of bad this year. Maryland is, but this is like one of my like top three important games because it is like the first road game of the SIG era. And since it's so far away, like we got to see how well they'll do under that kind of I don't want to say jet lag because it's only a 3 hour difference, but like the time zone change, the weather differential, and just a general away game. But I feel like this is like an away game light because I don't think the students are even in class yet, right?
I don't know, but also the stadium is about I think a 35 to 40 minute
40.
drive, 40
Yeah.
minute drive away from campus. So, and LA is probably a pretty big IU alumni center just
Dude, the
because that
IU Twitter's been like, "Oh, look at all the cream and crimson here," and I don't want to get too excited to like when the camera
yeah.
pans to the audience,
It's
you
gonna
know?
probably gonna be it's probably gonna be a lot of uh powder blue and gold.
Yeah, UCLA hasn't even started their academic year yet. They start
Oh,
the September 23rd.
what does it
What?
end? When does it end?
It does quarters. Is this the UC? Yeah, UCLA Registrar's Office. They start Monday, September 23rd,
It's not
and
very
they
Big Ten of them. That's not very Big Ten of them. But that is weird. You're not having students,
So no
and
student presence is huge, actually.
it is also one thing that's kind of huge. This is actually gonna be a homecoming game for cornerback Jameer Johnson. He's from
Oh yeah,
he's from
they
Pasadena.
they put him on the poster for it, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken. That
yeah,
was cool.
yeah. So this is a 7:30 p.m. Eastern game on NBC and Peacock. Finally, we're on the national television with great announcers, Noah Eagle, Todd Blackledge, and then Catherine Tappan on the sideline. If you watch the Olympics, you heard Noah Eagle. It I if the Olympics for men's basketball mainly, but Noah Eagle's a great announcer. Um, I can't wait to hear his voice whenever he's talking about O.R. Cooper going down the field for a 75-yard touchdown on the first play. Kidding, kidding, kidding. But
Well,
here's some UCLA history. The full name, which I mentioned as the question last time, is University of California, Los Angeles. So they're in that whole. I think they're in the whole system where because UCal, California, UCal, Berkeley, all those California colleges, and UCLA is a part of that as the LA campus of that.
mm.
It originally opened in 1919. Their stadium is in the Rose Bowl, which is just an old stadium for us to kick ass in. Uh, their first football season was in 1927, so this is an equally old franchise program. It's becoming a franchise at this point with NIL. But their overall record is 616, 406, and 31. Their bowl record is 17, 20, and 1, with their most recent bowl win is last year's LA Bowl with Chip Kelly, who's now the OC at Ohio State.
Ohio State, yeah. Who'd they
And
beat
this
in
is
that bowl game? Sorry, I'll look it up real quick.
Yeah, yeah. And the record versus Indiana. Well, this is the first ever matchup again, and their most successful football alumni. It's just some quarterback, Troy Aikman.
They beat Boise
Honestly,
State.
oh, they beat Boise State.
Yeah.
Should have been Oregon, but they should have been Oregon. But that's beside the point. Uh, Troy
Don't.
Aikman got carried. Troy Aikman got carried by Emmitt Smith. Kidding,
And
kidding.
then, yeah,
And
they. Sorry, go ahead.
they're 1-0 this season with the win at Hawaii, 16-13, which was not a good game.
Even no. And then they had a bye week this past week
Yes.
because anyone that plays Hawaii the week at, they are required. I didn't know this. They're required to have a bye week next week because of travel.
Yeah. There's part of the reason why teams from the Mountain West are leaving for the Pac-12. The Pac-12 is returning, though. We're back 12.
We're back 12.
It, we're here. We are here for it. Granted, Oregon State and Washington State became the thing they sought to destroy, it turning into the pack. They're getting more teams in there. But I'll make a claim for this. I think Appalachian State should be in the Pac-12. I know it doesn't make sense at all regionally, but they deserve a chance at a Power Five conference.
I want UNLV.
That's a good one in terms of regionality, but it doesn't have state at the end.
You don't need state. Do all of them have state?
Yeah.
Wait,
Oregon State,
what?
Washington State, Boise State, San Diego State, Colorado State, and Fresno State.
I didn't even realize.
They all have state at
UNLV
the end.
state. Yeah.
Eight.
Let me just throw the word at the end. No biggie.
Yeah, next up is San Jose State. All right.
Okay.
So Greg, we'll just talk about IU's past couple weeks
Stats.
out of it. The
Yeah,
stats.
so in case you like broke your TV or something from last year's football rage, I'll catch you up real quick. So we played two teams, FIU and Western Illinois.
Smartest
FIU,
opponents.
yeah, yeah, some big bad non-con. So we played FIU the 31st of August at home, beat them 31-7, and then we played Western Illinois September a week ago, September 6th.
Yeah.
Um, and we beat them 77-3, breaking the all-time scoring record since 1901? No, not 1901. Sorry, like 1930.
No, 19. It was 1901 was the
Really?
record. Yeah, it was. But also that was the sixth ever game that ended in 77-3.
Really?
Yeah, because I was just doing a scoregami binge as you were, and because I found out that there was like the recent South Alabama game was like 98-10.
I
I
saw
was like,
that. Yes, I saw
it
part of that
was
yesterday. I couldn't
it was like
believe that.
scoregami. I was like, what? Where's IU's game? Because that feels like it has to be a scoregami. No, no, it's not.
Sorry, I'm trying to find it real quick. This article isn't saying it though. That's okay.
Yeah,
We looked pretty good in those games. Um,
I'll say.
we, yeah, no, seriously. Combining both, the average for the offense is 51 or 54 points. Total yards is 557 and a half. Those are 279 passing yards and 278 and a half rushing yards. And then the third down, like completion percentage is 57.9. I'm gonna round up 58. Um, and
Yeah.
then we attempted third down like 19 times, but the defense wasn't slacking either. So, they actually got 5 points, because they got an
That
interception to a
it was,
touchdown. The
but yeah, they
what?
allowed five. They allowed 5 points a game. So yeah, they allowed
Oh, my bad.
yeah, yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
I'm used to
You're good.
points allowed.
Yeah.
Uh, they allowed 5 points a game. Seven from FIU and three from Western Illinois.
Mhm.
And then they allowed 151 and a half yards, so like 152 basically. 119 passing, 32 and a half rushing, which is kind of what we expected considering like we didn't think the secondary would be the craziest in the world. Now, D'Angelo Pons is great, and the rest of them, like I think Jameer Johnson and JoJo, right?
Yeah, JoJo.
They're
Um,
great. but like, there's still some kinks that need to be worked out. This is
I,
exactly what I expected at least.
yeah. Imagine if we saw Kobe Minor.
Holy crap, dude. But the third down percentage is 25.9, and then the third down attempts from the other teams are 27. I wonder if we would have put it down fourth down percentage and attempts.
Yeah, I think because I think it's because what Western Illinois did not do a fourth down, did not attempt one,
Uh, I thought they
and
went for it on every single one after the second quarter or something, or was that FIU?
FIU did. I think they were like 2 of 4 or something,
Okay,
and one of them became a pick from Farrell.
that was it.
But going into the UCLA stats, offensively, they averaged 16 points, which is bottom of the Big Ten. Total yards, 343, 272 passing, 71 rushing. You could tell what type of team this is. Uh, they're about 31% on third downs with 13 attempts, which I have it listed as whenever I list the stats, if it's on offense, you want lower numbers, so technically they're second, but they only played one game. And Indiana was sixth with 19 attempts, which I think is pretty good. Um, but defensively, they allowed 13 points, total yards 278, 227 passing, 51 rushing, 28.6 on third down attempts on 14 attempts, which considering it's one game, that's pretty bad. Allowing 14, well, no, not bad, pretty good actually, because they're getting to them on third down 14 times, second in the conference.
So,
Right?
so I have the fourth down stats.
Yeah.
Um, you were right. Western Illinois never went for it. Oh wait, yeah. Western Illinois never went for it, but FIU went for it four times and only got it once.
Mhm.
Um, yeah. And then they had, yeah, this is crazy. Western Illinois had 14 third downs and only got three. And then,
What you like to see.
oh, you love to see that. And then FIU went for 13 third downs and only had four, which you also love to see.
You love to see it. You'll love to see it.
Um,
Um,
let's see. Yeah, sorry, about the UCLA offense though. We didn't we'll talk about it in the player stats, but like their rushing yards, not only are they bad, most of them aren't even from their running backs. Well, I mean, there's only one game. So yeah,
yeah,
they're like the majority of it is not from their running backs. Like
yeah.
50% of the rushing yards came from the quarterback in scrambles. And like look, the passing number is good. Like, out of 18 teams, eighth is good, but you're playing Hawaii. Now, I know that's ironic. We played FIU and we played Western Illinois, but the thing is, like, I know, okay? I
Like
know.
FIU absolutely just dominated against Central Michigan last week.
They
So,
did. I saw that and I was like, whoa, what? I thought these guys were supposed to be last.
but FIU might actually be good. I don't know. Maybe that might help FIU. I never know.
What if FIU
But
goes like 11-1 and we're like the only loss? I need the FIU natty now.
that'd be hilarious, actually. All right, let's get into the specific players, like the guys that we're going to be looking out for.
Yeah. So for Indiana, if you've been watching, it's pretty obvious. Quarterback, I see no reason unless we like actually take a dump on them. They sub out Curtis Rourke at all. He was 30 for 41, 448 yards and then three touchdowns. He did pretty well. He even said in some of his post-game interviews, especially in FIU, that he could improve his accuracy and that he had a couple missed reads. I think after this practice, that'll be pretty like figured out. And even if it isn't, UCLA isn't good enough to be able to like take advantage of it. So even if some of that rust is still there, I think it'll be all right. For rushing, we have Justice Ellison. He was great against FIU. He was great against Western Illinois. He was great against FIU as well. but that was more of he's like a seventh
Tyson
year.
Tyson
Tyson
Lawton.
Tyson Lawton, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, IU has three guys right now that have over 100 rushing yards for the first two games,
Lawton, Ellison, and
and
Green, because
Elijah
Green got
Green.
that. Yeah, because
Yes,
he had that one carry.
yeah,
I'm waiting on
51
K.
yards.
Yeah, waiting on Kalon Black. So he's gonna
Yeah,
be there soon.
yeah, and IU has had 10 rushing touchdowns this season.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy.
Yeah, and Tyson Lawton has three of them already in two games.
It's all like shared though, which is like
Yeah,
really nice.
yeah, I really that's one thing I'm really happy about this rushing attack. It's even.
Yeah, but Justice Ellison's going to be great. 19 carries, 185 yards, and two touchdowns. The O line is really good at making holes for all of them. Great job by them.
Yeah,
Uh, Receiving Omar Cooper Jr., he was on fire the first two games. Whether that's a lack of Donovan McCulley or he's just that guy, I personally think he's Himothy. So, yeah,
Timothy McGillicuddy.
yeah.
But
I think all
yeah,
my wide receive all I think everyone on my football team is Himothy personally, but Omar
yeah,
Cooper, well, he pulled up to play.
yeah.
He had
Yeah. Oh,
no,
yeah, you
sorry, go ahead.
can. Elijah Surratt also had a really good game against Western Illinois,
Yeah.
but he's at 149 yards and a touchdown as well.
So then Omar had 7 receptions, 176 yards, and only one touchdown because they like to share the sugar. Um, in terms of the defense, we have obviously Aiden Fisher and Mikhaila Kamara. Fisher had 21 tackles, seven solos, and 2.5 tackles for losses and one sack. Kamara had 6 tackles, 2 solos, and 3 tackles for losses, and then 3 sacks. And he leads the Big Ten with those 3 sacks. And then he also had 10 pressures. So these guys are crazy good. Um, I'm really excited. I love this defense because, like, I'm looking at one side of the defensive line or something, and all of a sudden, one of them swoops in and just bodies the quarterback. And
Yeah,
with what we think are injuries on UCLA's offensive line, that could honestly happen this weekend. So
yeah,
it'll be fun for us.
yeah. I remember the first drive of the season on defense. It was Aiden Fisher's only sack. I saw Mikhail Kamara swim through the right tackle and the right guard. So if Aiden Fisher did get him, Mikhail Kamara was right behind him. And
The thing
like
is, oh, sorry.
we gotta find a name for that defense because we got Jalen Walker, Aiden Fisher, Mikhail Kamara, and CJ West. 2, 4, 6, 8. We gotta find something with that.
I think there's even more than that. Like I couldn't name you the names off the top of my head right now, but they are some dudes,
Yeah.
some guys. All right,
Yeah.
sorry. And then for pass defense, Sean Osbury from ODU, uh, he had 2 passes defended, so that's still good.
Yeah. So going into UCLA, this is all from one game. It's all from one game. Passing, Ethan Garbers led the way he's the starting quarterback. 19 to 38, 272 yards, a touchdown, and two interceptions. Rushing, Garbers again, 7 rushes for 47 yards. Receiving, Rico Flores Jr. led the way, 3 receptions, 102 yards, and a touchdown. Tackling, you had KJ Wallace, 7 tackles, 6 of them were solo, and one sack. And then pass defense, KJ Wallace again had 4 passes defended. So a lot of it's just based on like a couple of guys really doing well. And KJ Wallace is a DB, but their starting running back as of right now is TJ Harden.
Mm.
Um, and like they usually run one running back, 3 receivers, one tight end sets. Um, Looks like they have 4-2 defense, kind of similar defense to what Indiana runs, the 4-2, just based on what covers is telling me as the starting lineup. But right now on their injury report, this is from last week, so this could be inaccurate. This is from September 8th. This is from Sunday. Um, one, two. So yeah, the starting lineups was taken with all that. All right. So we had Delgado, O lineman, Magna, an O lineman, Price, D lineman, Di Giorgio, O lineman, tight end, Suma, Pegan, a wide receiver, Edwards, a linebacker, all questionable with undisclosed injuries. D lineman Smith, who's out with an ankle injury. That was on Sunday. Morrell out with a knee, running back out with a knee injury. Habermel, a tight end, out with a knee injury. Legber, running back, out with a knee injury. Pellet, a linebacker, out with a knee injury. Thorpe Taylor, an O lineman, who's questionable. Who was questionable on Saturday, August 31st, of the first game. And then Akin Shilo, an O lineman, was questionable, undisclosed on that first game. So their injury report is long. Their injury report is there. It could change a lot. It could change a little. A lot of players could get hurt. It's They had 2 weeks to prepare for this game, and this I am nervous. I'm going to be nervous because until IU shows it, I will always be nervous with this team.
Do you want me to
But
read the Indiana injury report real quick?
yeah, yeah, read the Indiana report.
So, sorry, I have like a million tabs because I wanted to get the UCLA depth chart, but since you
Hmm.
read the names, like it's probably fine.
Yeah.
But the biggest ones are it's not loading. Cool Chrome. But I know two off the top of my head. It's Donovan McCulley and EJ Williams. They're both listed as out. For McCulley, I'm pretty sure it's concussion protocol and
Yes.
like why have him in on the WIU game? Like I understand like
Yeah.
we murdered them without him. And then
Like,
for EJ Williams,
how did that not get reviewed for targeting though? Like,
I don't remember I didn't see the call, or at least I didn't see the
it
when
was
you're in
his
the
only.
stands, what?
Yeah, it was his only catch. Like he caught it, midfield, gets dinged in the head by the defender, and he's out for the game.
Um what is it? And then EJ Williams, I remember before the start of the season, like tweeted like a broken heart or something. I think it's the same injury that got him last year, and he's
Hmm.
probably repairing that. I would give him to at least halfway through the season before we even like think about having him in. And then I think Jaja Boyd was on there as well.
Yeah.
A- Again, my Chrome.
I think if he gets some action, I think he'll be a good cornerback, but hopefully he
Yeah.
can get in.
And then it was also a tight end. I'm trying to get the name now.
Wasn't
Here we go.
Bomba.
I got it back. No, it wasn't Bomba. We don't know the availability of Bomba because he did get hurt. Right? That was him.
Yeah, maybe I don't know. I can't remember. I couldn't watch most of the game.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure it was Bomba. Oh, here we go. Yeah, Jar Jar Boyd, defensive back, tight end Brody Cosen, and then the only questionable one is JoJo Johnson.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Um. Hopefully everyone for IU stays healthy. And like
yeah.
I don't cheer for injuries. I think that's dumb. But I have Indiana winning 24-14, and then
I have Indiana winning 31-24. Yeah.
he saw it in a dream.
I had the vision.
He has the vision. But
Um,
just for some future stuff, I will be talking more about men's basketball, consulting some people. I think doing that will be good, mainly because IU men's basketball gets the clicks.
yeah, the clicks.
But it will start with a video essay. Just a sneak peek of that. We're going to be talking about all the coaches post Bob Knight.
Oh, dang.
The five coaching tenures past Bob Knight, and it's gonna be that's gonna be a fun video. I'm still working out the kinks. That'll probably be out in October. Um, but that's all fun and that stuff. Once we get schedules out, I'll be doing episodes reviewing the schedule with some guests. I think that'll be one guest's first episode with us. Uh, and yeah, if anyone is interested in hopping on an episode, I need someone for week 5, and then every other week that is not Nebraska, because I've got plans for that. I'm gonna be vlogging that
Ooh.
because I'm gonna be there for alumni night.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna document the whole journey from that like the day before getting to Evansville to getting to Bloomington, homecoming, all that stuff.
What do you think the implications are if we win this game? Or what would you be willing to like say after we win this game? You know what I
If
mean?
we if you saw my power rankings video, I had Indiana as the first team out of the bowl favorites
Hmm.
tier because I had four tiers: non bowl contenders, bowl favorites, playoff contenders. Indiana right now is the first team in that bowl, the first team is out of the bowl favorites. If they win, depending on how well they win, but if they
Yeah.
win and they win well, if they win by 10, like if they win by double digits or they just have a convincing win, I will move them up a tier. Even if they stay put at 8, I will move them up a tier.
I think there's a chance that if we win this game, who is it? Charlotte, Maryland, and Northwestern,
Yeah.
there is a real chance to go 6-0.
Yeah, because I have Maryland and Charlotte actually in the bottom 3.
I actually thought Maryland was going to be a lot better, but then I saw them lose to MSU, and I was like, no, dude.
Yeah. Have you seen my power rankings yet? I want your reaction to it.
No, I haven't. Here, let me see
Okay.
them now.
So,
Are they on the dock?
no, they're on a different dock. I'll
Can
just
you
I'll
share?
just I'll just tell you.
Okay.
So
This
going
is
from
after
bottom
week 2, right?
week 2, yes.
Go
Going
ahead.
into week 3. So I have concepts of a ranking.
I have concepts of how well the Big Ten is.
So I have Minnesota at 18, Northwestern at 17,
Hmm.
Maryland at 16. They were all 1-1, and I didn't think they were going to be doing well. Like, didn't think they were going to be playoff contenders.
Okay.
So they're at the bottom. UCLA at 15, Purdue at 14. I like Purdue's win over UCLA, and they're in a bye. So
Wait, what?
Purdue's 14, just
No, no,
out
no.
of
You said Purdue won over UCLA. Oh,
no,
you
no,
mean
no.
their Indiana State win. My bad, my bad.
Their win was better. Their win was better.
Got it.
In the bowl contenders, Michigan State 13, Wisconsin 12, Washington 11, Illinois 10, Rutgers 9, Indiana 8. And these were all relative to where I had them at the beginning of the season. Like I'm not gonna jump Illinois up like 10 spots because they beat Kansas.
Yeah,
And that game was pretty and this is no offense to Illinois fans, but that game felt
Kansas
pretty
threw.
fluky. Yeah. Like they threw
Kansas
three
threw that.
they threw 3 picks. That's what they did.
Yeah, dude. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Who are they? Tua Tagovailoa.
Hey, no, no, no.
I'm a Bills fan, man.
That dude, that he doesn't deserve that. He doesn't.
I don't know how he threw 3 picks yesterday, man. I feel bad with the concussion. I obviously hope he's
Yeah,
okay, but
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah,
dude, three?
yeah. Seventh is Michigan.
Okay,
Sixth is Iowa.
okay.
Fifth is Nebraska. Fourth is Oregon. And these are all bowl favorites, so I think they're gonna likely make a bowl game.
Yeah.
And then playoff contenders, I have Penn State, USC at 2, and
USC,
Ohio State
Ohio
at 1.
State. Yep. Okay.
Uh,
Um,
and one thing note when I was researching this, in terms of because it really doesn't matter much because it's 2 weeks in the season. Michigan has the worst offense and second worst defense.
okay, they played like Texas though.
They get smacked by Texas.
I think I think Illinois is a little too high, and I say that because I have a distrust of Luke Altmaier, the
Mm,
quarterback. He's obviously matured. Like that's how they beat Kansas, even if Kansas did throw. But I still don't have a big trust of Luke Altmaier. Um, I think Washington should be above them personally. I think Iowa should be above Nebraska. They had one game where they had the McNamara moment. Nebraska, where they played like real competition in Iowa State. Colorado is
yeah,
not real competition.
yeah.
Shador, Dion can talk all he wants. That man sucks.
But the only reason why I put Iowa and Michigan sixth and seventh is because they lost the game and like the lowest they're going to be is at the bottom of the bowl favorites.
Okay, I see. I
So
see.
just because they are much better than what the record shows, and their games, they had a lot harder competition than Minnesota, Northwestern, and Maryland.
Yeah. I didn't,
But
I didn't, I didn't like Purdue above UCLA, but after thinking about it, I like Hudson Card a lot, so I understand, and
yeah,
I actually like that.
yeah, they're absolutely going to get smacked up and down the field against Notre Dame. But
Please.
please, please, I know, I know you had a bad game. I know you
No, they're
did
gonna
bad
bounce
last
back.
week. But please, for the hilarity of it all.
Yeah.
But and just before we end this, I want to just say this. I've been a big basketball fan all my life, and whenever the Pac-12 ended, just after that, Bill Walton passed away, and I just want to say that Bill Walton was like when I learned the lore about NBA and basketball, Bill Walton was one of those guys. I was like, this guy is like one of the keystones of that. From his time at UCLA to Portland to Boston, I bet he would have loved to commentate IU UCLA in Assembly Hall. I bet he would have loved that opportunity. He would have been high the entire time, and we would have been here for it. Um, but just rest in peace to Bill Walton. He was a great player. Even if didn't really care for his commentating, I know a lot of people found it hilarious. So, but I just wanted to say that there. But that's all for today. Thank you. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube, share on all platforms, and ask yourself, what is the best sign that you have ever seen in anything?